Yo guys, and welcome back to ASMR Polar. So let me just say, I did record this video already, but I accidentally deleted it, so I guess this is our second take. And if I do mess up throughout today's video, please excuse me. It's because my wisdom teeth are coming through, and I also have an ulcer in the same place, so it's a bit weird. It's like my tooth is trying to push through my gum and an ulcer. I know it sounds pretty gross, so I'm gonna stop talking about that to, not gross you out or anything. But yeah, today's story, I'm just gonna be talking about the the angry guy. This guy went crazy about a vape, and I just want to tell you guys that experience. So yeah, and something else that you may have noticed that's a drastic change. I'm doing this in kind of like a soft spoken. The reason I actually wanted to do this was because I was recommended for one by a subscriber to try it out. I just think it's also more easier for you guys to understand what I'm saying when I'm doing soft spoken. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Please do not forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, turn all bell notifications on. And yeah guys, let's get straight into this. And I hope that you enjoy. Okay guys, so this story did actually take place around 2 years ago, and around this time I had this one friend who had recently just passed his driver's test, and my friend was basically like, yo Isaac, next weekend you want to come to a local, well it wasn't really local but it was kind of close and it was a really good indoor. He was like, yo, do you want to come to this indoor skate park? And I was like, give me some time to think about it. So throughout the week my friend's pestering me. He's like, yo bro, please come with me, I've just passed. So I eventually give in and I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna come with you bro, it'll be good, just calm down please. So I end up giving in, and to be honest, I just wanted to go anyway. It kind of broke the cycle as well of what I'd normally do, which was just go to my local, which yes, it was good, they had a resi which this one indoor that we was going to didn't have, but at the same time it was just one of like them occurring things, you'd go there and it'd be the same. So I guess this was just something to kind of spice up the week or the weekend as we went on the weekend. So anyways, I remember messaging my friend and I was like, yo bro, guess what? He was like, what, Isaac, are you coming? And I was like, yes bro, I'm coming. I don't know what that was I just did, but I was like, yes bro, I'm definitely coming. He's like, oh my god, yes, I can't wait for this, it's going to be sick. And I was like, yeah man, it will be pretty cool. So he basically went on to explain that we was going to go on the Saturday, and he would pick me up at 9am. So 9am on the Saturday rolls round, my friend's outside, he's literally just spamming my phone. I wake up late, and I'm like, oh damn, because I kind of forget. So yeah, my friend picks me up. I basically just crawl out of bed, I get dressed, I get in the car like 5 minutes later, I haven't even been in the shower or anything, and I get in his car, and he's just talking to me about it. First, before I even got in, he was like, yo bro, do you like my car? And I was like, yeah man, it's sick, it's sweet, nice little whip that you've got there. So we get in the car and we proceed to just go towards this skate park now. So there's a few ways that you could get to this one indoor. You could either go the motorway, or you could either go through like the kind of lane / country roads. So what we decided to do, and my friend had just passed and he didn't want to go on the motorway, we'd go through the country lanes, and then for the last bit we would get into the town by 5 ways, and then we would go on like a little dual carriageway for the last part of the journey to the skate park, which was also in a dodgy area. So what I'm about to tell you, I kind of regret doing, because I didn't know if this guy was going to be a psychopath or not, and back 2 years ago I was a bit dumber than I am now, just to make myself feel better at this current point in time. But yeah, I'm gonna get straight into what happened. So we end up going through the country lanes, and this skate park from my house is around 45 minutes away. If there's traffic, maybe like just over an hour. So anyways, we get through the majority of the journey. We have maybe 15 minutes left, and this was where we were at, 5 ways. So, my friend wanted to go this way really bad because he wanted to rev up his car in the tunnels, because there's little tunnels that you go through in the city. When you drive kind of under the top roads, if I'm even making any sense. But yeah, you drive under them and you can just rev up your car and it makes like a really cool noise if you've got a really nice car, or you've got a car that sounds pretty decent. So we end up going through a few of these. I think there was 2 that we went through. We went through the one. My friend was like, "Yo, bro, listen to this." Something like that. I can't make the noise, but we go through the one. We go through the next. We go through the next one. So yeah, basically we go through the second one, and we come onto like the main road at this point. So I'm basically the whole time just vaping out of the window, just chilling, doing the casual, nothing dramatic. I'm not like fucking Thomas the Tank Engine, just like chonging this thing. It's just like every, once in a blue moon, we may stop at the lights. So, we come up to these one traffic lights, and I'm literally just, and I blow a cloud out the window. Now, on the left of me, there is this one guy, and he looks at me as I'm blowing this cloud, and he's coming from like the behind, so I can see him in like the car like mirror or whatever, and he just shakes his head. He's like, oh. So he pulls up next to me, and he's like, "Oh boy, you really shouldn't be doing that, like there's people around, like it can really affect the environment as well. Just, can you stop?" And I was like, "Man, I'm not doing anything. I'm not disturbing no one's peace. I'm literally just here, just chilling. And it's not like I'm just chonging it." And he was like, "Well, whatever. I just don't want you to do that. Can you stop?" So we ignore this guy, and we basically just carry on to our journey. And there's another set of traffic lights, and in this part of town there is quite a lot of traffic lights, so you have to stop every light now and again. So I take another drag as I'm like, as we're like going down this one like dual carriageway, and I blow it out, and this guy comes speeding up in his car, and he's like, "Boy," and he puts his arm out of his window with his finger pointing at me, and he's like, "Boy, I told you to stop that. Don't make me take that off you." And I'm like, "What, are you my dad? Shut the fuck up." Like, bruh, is this guy one, bruh? I would go, like, I'd rag the, bruh, he doesn't understand. Like, okay, he may have been a mad guy, but he wasn't. Like, I would full on go fight, like, fists with this guy. Anyways, what ends up happening is, this guy full on follows the car to the skate park, right? So, we could see this guy was tailing us for like at least 10 minutes. We pull into the skate park. I hardly spoke to him at the traffic lights prior. My friend hardly spoke to him. My friend was like, "Man, like, can you just leave us alone?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, man, like, what's your problem? Haven't you got things to do?" We drove off. So anyways, 10 minutes later rolls around. We pull up to the skate park. This guy's following us. Me and my friend, we notice this, and we have a little conversation before we get out of the car. I'm like to my friend, "Yo, we shouldn't say nothing." And he was like, "Yeah, just ignore him and just walk past. Let's just go into the skate park." So anyways, we get out of the car, we get our stuff, and bruh, this guy goes insane. He comes straight up to the car. He puts his arm on my friend's car. My friend's like, "Yo, can you get your arm off my car? I've had this car like last week, like it's a new car." And he's like, "I don't care if you've had this car, like, you can't be doing that, blowing all that gunk into the atmosphere, messing up, global warming." And I was like, "Global warming? You've got the audacity to talk about global warming when you own a car? Get the f*** out of here." Is this guy honestly crazy? Like, he must have been some tapped head. So basically, this guy's going full on mad at me, and I'm just like, "Man, just chill. Can you move away?" Now, you always get that person who wants to be the hero. We get one of those. So this woman, she comes over and she's like, "What's going on here then?" And she goes straight up to the guy, and straight off the bat she's like, "Excuse me, dear, are these boys harassing you?" And I was like, oh no, please don't start, Karen. Oh, mother of Karens, please just go away. So anyways, what ends up happening, this guy's giving it the lip, he's coming over to me, I push the guy away. The guy's like, what do you think you're doing? Da 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 da. He's screaming, yeah. He tries to come up in my face and my friend gets in between me. By the way, at this time, I was not an adult, so, you know, and my friend was. So, you know, that was mild or light child abuse. Can you throw that out there? Nah. But my friend gets in between because he was obviously 18 at the time, and he was like, yo, you can't be doing that, this guy's just like, you know, he's younger. And obviously I wasn't like young, and at the same time my friend was just sticking up for me and basically trying to make this guy scared so he would leave. He's just like pushed a child, like he kind of like pushed me back. It was nothing major, you know, it was nothing to be dramatic over, which I'm kind of being a bit dramatic now, but I can be because it's still classed as child abuse. And yeah, they're getting up in my face like, just take your stinky old coffee breath somewhere else, like move away. So this woman, she's like, oh, dear, what do you want me to do? And he was like, can you call the police? And she was like, oh, I don't think that's necessary, we can sort this out here. There's no problem, they just seem like boys, just a little trouble going on. And she was talking very posh, and shouted to her for not wanting to call the police. That's a real OG move. Like, who calls the police? Yeah, so basically we settled kind of the situation. The guy got a bit angry. And I know another thing that was really annoying him whilst this whole thing was going on. I was still vaping as he was talking to me. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just there listening. It was like he was giving some sort of lecture, you know, like he was my dad or something. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, man, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, like, on the road. And he was like, yeah, good, whatever, I've got things to do. And I was like, okay, couldn't you have just gone and done them? He was like, boy, don't give me the lip, stop. And I was like, okay. And my friend was like, Isaac, come on, let's just go. And the woman's like, oh, boys, you can go, it's fine now, we sorted you out. And the woman tried to make us shake hands, and I was like, no, hell no. I got my scooter, I got my bag, we went into the skate park. Roll round to like after we signed in and everything, which was like 15 to 20 minutes because we went into the cafe. I was like to my friend, yo, let's go outside and see if the guy was there. I want to have a little vape anyway before we actually go into the ramps. We went out there, there's no sign of the dude, the woman, anyone. They was all gone. But yeah, that was basically the story. There wasn't really too much like swearing or like verbal abuse. It was just more of like the guy was getting really angry and ratty, and he was just saying very like unrational, like he was being very unreasonable. Like the situation, if he just calmed down, would have been sorted so easy. I was speaking polite to him. I did, you know, throw a few words here and there, but I guess that's normal. And he did push me because I pushed him, but obviously if I'm able to give it, I'm able to take it, you know. So that's why I wouldn't throw any of them like, you know, child abuse cards out, because I pushed him first. He's obviously going to retaliate, even though that's against the law. It's still, you know, in my opinion, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But yeah, guys, that is today's story. This is Isaac signing out. Try not to vape again in public. I can't promise anything, but it's probably gonna happen. Yeah, guys, stay safe. Have a blessed rest of your day, night, evening, and yeah, peace.